So this weekend we're heading over to the Finger Lakes. There's some gravel riding that I saw. Wanted to actually avoid the rain, and so that was like initially earlier this week. There was no rain there in that area, but it seems like there's going to be a little bit of rain there this weekend. So we'll see how that goes. But I'm really excited to go back up there. I am on my way to Northeast RV in Beavertown, Pennsylvania. It's about 3 hours away from where I live in Maryland. Just got to get a few things addressed, just minor stuff. So anyway, I have a couple more, well, probably about an hour and a half till I get to Beavertown. The sun's setting now. Good morning, guys. So I'm at Northeast RV here in Beavertown, Pennsylvania. I'm gonna get a few things addressed, just minor stuff addressed on the RV. Morning. Alright, we just wrapped up at Northeast RV, leaving the place now. Heading over to Keuka Lake. There's a Glenn Curtis Museum with aviation. It looked like a really nice place, and I can ride from there. What I did at Northeast RV, got a parking sensor replaced and fixed. My city water fill was actually leaking when I was in Assateague a couple of weeks ago, so they just terminated that, just removed that altogether. The cowl drains on the ProMasters are terrible, so I didn't want to use the stock part again on that, so I had that replaced. What else? And securing a window cover, and that's pretty much it. And then they gave me estimates on a couple of other projects I wanted to do pretty soon here. So that's about 2.5 hour drive to Curtis Museum. Okay, before we proceed, for those of you that may not be too familiar with the Finger Lakes, it's a region in upstate New York, a few hours north of New York City, and just south of Rochester and Syracuse. It's known for long, narrow lakes that run north and south, shaped kind of like fingers if you look at a map. And one of the most unique lakes is Keuka Lake. Instead of a straight line, it splits into a Y shape. At the southern tip is Hammondsport, a small town packed with history and charm. Up at the northern end is Penn, which anchors the other side of the lake and completes the loop we'll ride later in this video. Alright guys, I'm off for a ride. It's about 20 miles. The only thing is that there's a lot of elevation around here, so I think it's a little bit over 2,000 feet of elevation. But check this museum out. I'm at the Glenn Curtis, I think it's Glenn H. Curtis Aviation Museum. It's pretty cool. It's just out here in Hammondsport, just south of Keuka Lake. So, alright, so I'll check you guys out later. I just got off the main road. It's all paved. Looking for some gravel out here. Oh man, that was rough. I'm seeing stars right now. Been climbing for about, on a 10% grade. It's a little bit higher. Now I think it's a little bit more on this side. Probably doesn't look that steep here. Whew. All right, we finally hit some gravel. It took a while. It's about 5 miles now. So all the climbing I did through paved roads. Now we're climbing a little bit now again.
go on a bike ride. It'll be fun, they said. Until you hit something like this. Holy cow. It's gotta be more than 12%. Who created this route anyway? Good Lord. Didn't they see this profile? Oh yeah, that was me. I should have seen this profile. It's starting to level out here. Quick break, water, and then go. It looks like a downhill profile from here. Oh, that's where I've been climbing. Whew. That was a tough climb. I don't know how many more climbs I have in me. Gradual stuff I can do, not the really steep stuff. Whew. I'm only on mile 9.2. I guess the good news is that I'm on elevation 1,457. I only have a little bit over 500 left. Just gonna admire this view real quick while I get some rest. I'm walking again. This time it's downhill. This was a long descent, so looks like I started toasting my brakes. Didn't want to overheat them too much. Give them a little break. Get it? Break. There's Keuka Lake. I think from here I have a little bit over a mile left. Thank God there's no more climbing. I'm done. I think my bike is toast from all the descent or descents. I gotta get my rotors checked, and my brake pads are probably toasted as well. All right, so it registered at 1995, almost 20 miles. It says 20 miles on my my Wahoo, but it's at 2201 feet in elevation. It took me about 2 hours and 3 minutes. The grade of the climbs are pretty high, so I wasn't geared up enough for this ride. Anyway, it was a nice ride though. Also, the lady from the museum told me that they recently had a lot of rain lately and a lot of storm damage. So the roads, it looked like they were recently graded. So a lot of loose, chunky gravel. So on the descents, they were, it was a little sketchy at times. So anyway, but overall, I mean, the weather, I couldn't have asked for a better weather. I thought it was gonna rain sometime today, but it didn't, so that's a big plus. It's about low 70s. It's gonna be, I think, in the 60s or even high 50s tonight. I'm staying here at the Curtis Museum. It's a Harvest Host. This is such a great place to stay at. I'm gonna go to the museum tomorrow. I didn't have enough time today. I wanted to do a ride today. I'm gonna go in tomorrow. There's a huge plane right in front of me right now. That's parked or placed at the entrance of the museum, and then this is the side of the museum. It's got a pretty cool logo. I actually like the aesthetics a lot. It's got a black building, and then I haven't seen the museum, but I think I'm gonna get a shirt. Anyway, yeah, it's been a great day. I'm gonna rest up here for a little bit, cool down, then I'm gonna take a shower, and then I'm gonna make dinner. All right, check you guys out later. morning. So I slept pretty well last night. It was quite quiet here and dark. They don't actually illuminate this building or anything, which is really nice. The only thing they illuminate is the plane in front. And it slept really well. I was so exhausted last night. So this morning, I'm just gonna finish my coffee, gonna have some breakfast. Then I'm gonna go to the museum. I'm gonna check that out. For now, I'm just gonna enjoy my coffee and have a little breakfast. All right, so I'm gonna head over now to the museum.
If you have time.
Back in the early 1900s, the small town of Hammondsport was home to a guy named Glenn Curtis, and he was kind of a big deal. He started out building racing bikes, then motorcycles, and eventually became one of the first people to fly a plane in the US. He even hit 136 miles per hour on a V8 motorcycle, which basically made him the fastest man on earth at the time. A couple of years later, he flew from Albany to New York City, the first long-distance flight in America. That put him with direct conflict with the Wright brothers, who were already flying but keeping things private, and they dragged him into a years-long patent war over who really pioneered powered flight. This museum is packed with early airplanes, vintage bikes, and even some of the first RV concepts. It's not huge, but it's super cool, especially if you're into anything that moves. Definitely worth a stop if you're in the Finger Lakes area. So yeah, Glenn Curtis, very interesting guy, local here in Hammondsport, New York. There's a long history in aviation. It started with bikes, and then motorcycles, and then planes, and he even dabbled into his later years, with the travel trailers, the first travel trailer in the country. And it's just very fitting. I didn't even know he had any history with bikes, so having bikes and an RV kind of has history in building those. A great fitting place to be in. All right, so I'm off to, I think it's called Service Station FLX. I don't know what FLX stands for, but we're gonna find out. It's a coffee shop here in Hammondsport. The place is pretty cool. So they have the roastery here. They have an external bathroom. Water filler here. They have a pool table right there, or not pool table, ping pong table. And then you have the coffee shop, and they have EV chargers. Pretty cool. And they have a nice parking lot for. I got the veggie sandwich and I threw in an egg in there. That looks pretty good. Keeping it light today. I ate a lot for dinner yesterday since I was exhausted. I like their little logo. Might get a t-shirt here. And you got Keuka Lake on the other side. And we're right here on the lake. All right, I'm off for the ride, 47 miles. And here's the rig. Got 2 water bottles, the drone, patch kit, radar, etc. Let me load up the map actually, but check out that view. So far so good. This looks like a newly paved road. Got a lot of lake houses on the left side, and then the hill on the right side. That's what I have to climb up later. I made it to Hammondsport. It's about 5 miles. Yep, 5.6. So on we go. So I was on the wrong road earlier. Now I'm on the right road. It's smaller. You have all the lake houses down here. That's a gorgeous winery. Weiss Vineyards. I made it to Penyan. It's about 28 miles from where I left. So I have, I think, a little bit over 20 miles now. To get some sustenance, got some mac and cheese, Andy's barbecue shack. Supposed to turn into that. That's a regular road. That's the pitch. That's not looking forward to this. So I'm at 43 miles right now. I have let's see, 5.1 to go. Keuka Lake behind me. Nice vineyard out here. Gorgeous views. A little patch of gravel here. 16% grade. Just got nothing else left in the tank to climb this. Yeah, made it halfway. Actually, it wasn't that long. Almost made it, but it was a turn and I didn't know how long the climb was. There's the van and the winery. All right. That was a long ride. All right, so let's look at the numbers. Let me open up my Strava here. So total distance, 47.82. It was supposed to be 47 miles. Added the 82. I did find an arts and crafts show in Penyan, which I went to. Just rode around. I was looking for food, basically. I was almost a little bit past my halfway mark, so wanted to get some food. Nothing was really appetizing. I needed something quick. All right, elevation gain, not too bad. Not as bad as yesterday, but very, very close. 1,864 feet in elevation. Riding time is about 3.5 hours. All right, let me rest up and take a quick shower. Grab dinner. Talk to you guys later. Looks like it rained a little bit last night. Hey, good morning, guys. So after leaving Heron Hill, I went down to Hammondsport again, since it's the closest town and it's on the way home. So I just ended up again at the Service Station FLX or FLX coffee shop. Got some coffee and avocado toast for breakfast or brunch.
Yeah, they have a great avocado toast. You can add an egg. It's $9 for the avocado toast, and I think another $1 for the egg. So I was really debating what I should do today. So I think no bike rides today. Yesterday was enough, I think, for the weekend. Top me off. I think what I'm gonna do today is just do a quick hike. Some people on the Road Track Zion group, thank you guys for suggesting Leonard Harrison State Park, the Grand Canyon in PA. So I think that's what I'm gonna do, is just do a quick stop there and then head home. Next time I gotta do that, and then it looks like I just passed a trail here that goes through the vineyards, the Keuka Lake Trail. I might try that as well, just for hiking. Then of course you have Watkins Glen. I wanted to go to Ithaca, so 2 days definitely was not enough. I gotta extend that time a little bit, maybe 4 days, 5 days next time I'm here. And next time I might try different harvest hosts to stay at. Sounds beautiful. City of Bath, or town of Bath. Look at that nice, beautiful church at the end of the street. How cute is this town? Wellsboro, Pennsylvania. There's a sign for the Pennsylvania Grand Canyon. There's supposed to be a parade going on. People are lined up here. So I'm at the Grand Canyon in Pennsylvania. It's what it's known for. So you have the gorge right here. I don't know how many years it took, so I'll have to look that up to see how many years it took to carve this gorge out. But apparently with the seasons, you have some microclimates between the top and bottom. So it differs quite drastically, especially during the different seasons. So there are a couple paths by the overlook that you can take. So there's one further over there, and then there's this turkey path. So yeah, no hikes for me today. I'm trying to get home at a decent time. Maybe next time. All right, I needed to dump my tanks. There wasn't much in there, but they needed to be dumped because I'm going to be storing the van for a little bit. We're going to be out of town. So here at Leonard Harrison State Park, they'll allow you to dump for $10 for residents and $11 for non-residents. All right, so is coming here worth it? If you're just, it's about 39 miles, I believe, from the highway. So for me, that's almost an hour and a half, maybe a little bit more or less. It's around an hour and a half, let's just say, of detouring. Not sure completely. You guys tell me, is it worth it for an hour and a half after seeing all the video footage? I think if you're spending enough time here, or if you're camping out here, if you're doing the hikes, maybe it is. If you're just looking at the gorge, you're looking at the canyon, then I'd say no. But you guys tell me in the comments below to see if you guys think it's worth it, or if you've come here, what have you guys done? What are some of your recommendations, activities that you've done here that are worth the hike all the way out here from the main interstate?
Finger Lakes came through with epic rides, cool history, and a whole lot of small town charm. Still so much more to check out next time. Thanks for tagging along, and we'll catch you on the next one.